Hello, gentles and ladymen. After the two fantastic games we went over yesterday, Dunamai is here with me again to go over my series finale, which will determine whether or not I get kicked out of the tournament or finally pass the qualifiers and make it to the bracket knockout after this, getting through the Swiss phase. This is the all-or-nothing game that determines it all, and I am not going to spoil the ending of this game. How you doing, Dunamai?
Great. By now, I think our viewer know it's a VO3, so you cannot spoil it anymore.
Yeah. So I'm against Parallel the 5th. The first game, we did Malta versus Dutch, and he won. The second game, he lost with Brits, and I've seen pretty much all of... I've seen all of his Civilization picks for the previous matches. I've only ever seen, like, one of his games in the previous tournament. But in the first series he played, he did Dutch, British, and Malta. And, like, every single other series, it's just been Dutch and British. All three games. Dutch and British, Dutch and British. Whichever one he didn't win with, he took again. And so he went Dutch the first time and won. And so after I won with the British, I suspected he was going to play British again. And lo and behold, he did. So in preparation, I picked my India, which is the only other civilization I know how to fight evenly with Brits with. With the objective being a big singular power push that knocks out Brits military before they go into full power mode. But we're going to have a pretty exciting H1 here. You're going to actually enjoy this quite a bit.
So I guess we're going to have a treasure steal, because I see an elephant patiently waiting.
More than a couple treasure steals on both sides.
Oh boy.
So I take 100 food from him to start.
Oh, 100 food.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna enable so much stuff. Like, imagine you're even like 10-10 rushing or stuff like that. You're doing so much faster, like 10 or 15 seconds faster. And deadly.
Don't feel bad for him, because you'll see you'll see some other stuff later. It was a pretty exciting H1, all things considered. We follow his explorer.
So, do we have a deck from Brits? I guess we do.
Look what's happening here.
They come back.
And he gets 90 food from me! So I've only beat him by 10.
That's a nice cooperative treasure hunt. I like it.
He's aging up with the governor. This is the exact same deck, I think? Yeah, it looks like the exact same deck as you did last time. He still hasn't renamed it from beginner.
I think it would be a good idea to incorporate a bit of water play or GMT on Patagonia.
Yes.
GMT would be extremely strong here.
Yeah, GMT, you're talking about Greenwich time, right?
Yeah.
Over here, this is my India Fast Industrial deck. You notice the cards are a little bit weighted.
So, I'm not sure, but if I see this deck, I think I may guess that you're going industrial. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no. The important cards here are Distributivism, Foreign Logging, and Diplomatic Intrigue, which are the only cards required in Ages 1 and 2. 5 Sepoy and 9 Sepoy are my emergency buttons if I need more units in Ages 2 and 3 before I get to the Industrial Age. And in particular, if I get a map where I have starting sheep, or starting cattle, or I get some cattle, then I will often send 9 Sepoy as well in addition, just because I have the extra XP to spare.
That's a nice touch. I don't remember if you have extra sheep on Patagonia, but I think that's treasure.
You start with 2 sheep, which is a Patagonia thing.
But I think there's treasures of sheep.
More treasure stealing opportunities. Look at that. But the thing I wasn't expecting was him to crack shot the second one, so I try to run in, and he gets it anyways. I'm like, oh, damn. I told you, it's kind of an exciting H1. Lots of treasure steals going on. But now we have this super irritating thing that the India's elephants can't snare. I don't know why.
Yep.
I don't know why.
Because they have the stun. they used to have the stand in H1 in Legacy, but they removed it in DE, but they did not add the snare.
Gotcha. So we start with an in-base aggro fort. In transition, we got a market, and we got the Hunting Eagles blanket filters, and to be followed with Silva's Servants. And we're getting the foreign logging as well, training 5 Sepoy plus the 2 we get from Age Up for 7 total, which will take care of all of our early game defenses.
Always a nice thing against Brits. Your musketeers are so much better than he is right now.
Yes, Sepoy kick ass stat-wise. 25 attack, 180 HP. And that's really all you need. Over here, he's got his forward outpost from the Governor, and he's already got a batch of 4 musketeers out. He's not trading anymore at the moment, but he is getting his market upgrades, and he's starting to get trade posts as well.
I love it. Again, from Parallel 5th, the whole match, insane macro skills.
And
like he's floating super low resources the whole game.
And this right here, this is why I picked Bayou with the Marines. Because I know Brits love their trade posts. And by picking Bayou when I went with the Marines, I locked this out as an option for him.
Mm-hmm. Good use of the scout. He already knew you had an aggro. Now you're gonna have like a physical confirmation.
You have Sepoy coming in from this top side to just close it out, make sure he can't get away. And I decided that I was gonna be a little bit aggressive with my 7 Sepoy, not to do anything serious, but maybe to chase him off a bit, make him think I'm rushing a little bit more than I actually am, you know.
That's a good idea.
So you'll see my Sepoy appear down here in a little bit, I think. Yeah, he is. This guy is an absolute master of not wasting any resources, man.
Yes.
Yep.
I have to say, like, he is very good at macro.
And macro wins games.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. About what you said with the Sepoy, that's one of the reasons why the semi-FF works. Like, if you do a bit of posturing, give idle, you make yourself look bigger than you are.
So now you can see we've got Imperial Bureaucracy, and we're getting the Villager Tech at the Ottomans. Now, in the previous match, I had noted that he sent like 3 husks around the back of my base, around the side of my base, to try to clear out some of my settlers. So I parked my Sepoy right next to all my food gatherers behind the side of my base. And it worked out. Because I'm like, I know he's got some husks coming. And it worked out. I was so proud of this right here. It's such a little moment. I didn't even get a kill, but I was so proud of it.
Yes.
One of those things where I was like, yes!
And the age up coming in.
One more time?
The age up is coming in for you. Get to H3.
He's shipping 700 coin. I think he realizes by now that I'm not attacking and planning on going up. And he's just at 34 settlers. I'm at 30. I'm not too far behind him, thanks to India's bonus of getting settlers whenever you send a shipment.
And I think he's not focusing on manners. Right now he's focusing on stagecoach.
Yeah. He's got a 3rd outpost going up.
And we may see, it's coming in.
Yeah, it's over halfway in. He's shipping 700 coin. He's planning on going up to H3 with that as well. Because he's figured at this point, he hasn't pushed me, he's got to be trying to go for the Fortress Age. Assuming he hasn't looked at my deck, you know. In which he would already know that. But here we go, I'm about a 3rd of the way up. Aging up with 4 settlers, getting the Taj Mahal. This will give us our ceasefire button, which I don't think I used this game. But more importantly, it gives 800 coin, which is a huge amount of coin for helping us get to H3.
Do you just gather the coin?
Well, he's got these on food to help him get up. And there's his age up right here, going up the adventure. What's that? What's the adventure give?
I think it's 7 longbowmen.
Gotcha. Does Brits not have the bishop?
I don't remember.
Okay. What did you ask me earlier?
Command.
I missed it.
I don't remember either, so it was not important. Go on.
Adesh.
I think we missed it earlier, but I pushed up with the 7 pike, with the 7 sepoy, back when he had like 10 of these musketeers, and I glimpsed the outpost and the musketeers and turned right back around before he could get a chance to shoot.
Nope.
And the outpost shot me once, but I got healed because one of the cool things about India is that your explorers are healers that never die.
Ready.
So gotta love it, you know.
Tayar.
I'm still expecting raids to come around eventually, so my sepoy are still parked here. And also, I don't want them on the front lines because I want to keep them alive as much as I can. The honored sepoy upgrade is coming in, and if you look at my macro right here, you know, these guys are just finished collecting up this coin here, and my food is just about at 2,000. I've been at H3 for less than 30 seconds. And I'm already starting...
There you go.
I'm already starting to go up to H4 now.
What does the Charminar Gate give you? 2 mahouts?
It does give you 2 mahouts, yes. And it allows you to train the Mansardar versions of other units, which gives them a scaling stat boost.
Yep.
He, on the other hand, is making
Come
Grenadiers,
on.
along with his Hussar and Musketeer mass. He just hit H3. He has no idea I'm already onto the Industrial Age.
I would not have trained Grenadiers. Like, add a Falconet to this. Have like your 2 Falconet shipment rolling in.
He's gonna have it. He's gonna have the 2 Falcons coming in. There it is. So there you go.
Like, if you cancel the 2 Grenadiers, you have enough space and resources for a Falc. Like, I cannot understate how much more potent 3 Falcs are compared to 2.
That's true. That is true. Unfortunately, he did not make that. Make the extra Falconet. But basically, when I'm going up to H4, I'm shipping these 9 sepoy here. I still have a shipment queued up. I am saving up food and coin in order to get the honored upgrade. And as soon as I'm training sepoy out of the aggro, and as soon as I get here into H4, he's gonna be like, oh shit, I need to push if he's in H4. So you're gonna see his movements, units move pretty much immediately, yeah. As soon as he saw I hit H4, he pushed. But now
at that point, you already reached your win condition.
Yeah, well, not quite yet, because I need the honored upgrade, which I don't have the resources for yet, and I need my Mansardar. And I'm shipping 14 sepoy right now, which is really... once all 3 of these come in, that's when I can kind of make my counter push. So the Mansardar is coming in, and I just back away and let him... I back away and go for the Hussar and just let him take the aggro, because the aggro is going to buy me much needed time.
And look at that mass.
Such a huge massive sepoy, all at once. I'm at 40 now. And I sold some resources at the market, and now I'm getting the honored sepoy upgrade in. And this aggro, it's not long for this world. It's not going to survive. But it bought me enough time, which is what's...
And to be fair, if you wanted to, you could just go straight to these Falconets, use the ceasefire ability, and just surround them.
I could have used the ceasefire ability. I should have used the ceasefire ability here. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a good note. But he's using veteran musketeers. These are honored Mansardar sepoy. These have 41 attack and 300 HP. And so I'm just kind of letting them shoot. And the 2 Mahouts go over here.
Hello there.
He said he looked away. He said after the game that he looked away at the exact wrong moment and looked back and his 2 Falcs were dead and his whole mass was wiped thanks to those Mahouts. So now he's got no army because, you know, Mahouts ain't gonna lose to no archers. Although they will lose to Huss. And now the sepoy army is
their job is done. Like, that's the job is done. The Falconets are down. The archer mass is down. At that point, it's your game to lose.
Yeah, I have the definite advantage here, but he's trying to build up his army back. He's producing lots of units right now.
Ready.
He's already got another falconet, actually. These two Huss here, I ended up forgetting to kill, and they annoyed the crap out of me for like the rest of the game. But we have the Mansubdar Yurumi coming in, which is gonna be a big deal. But he's actually got another sizable force already, with another falconet even.
That's Brit for you.
That is Brits. And it's why I need a really big push with fucking Honored Sepoy in order to stop it. I'm like, oh, falconet, he
That's
must have
falconet.
right-clicked that. he must have attack moves that. So,
Yeah.
down that goes.
Attack move and artillery don't mix.
They
at
really
all.
don't.
Does he have any upgrade card for the Musketeers?
He has all the upgrade cards for the Musketeers, actually.
He sent all the...
Oh wait, no, he hasn't sent any of them, but he has them in his deck. But their H3 is the big issue here. He took down my Mansubdar, and he's got longbows here, so I opted to move away for a second. His Huss raiding party died to the Yurumi. Yurumi are a skirmisher, but they're tanky enough that they can fight small amounts of Huss, so... I also just got 9 more, so we're up to 18 Yurumi. Yurumi are, like, the most jack skirmishers ever. I love these guys.
Jeremy killed pretty much anything in melee that's not a falconet.
Yeah, the weird thing, they do melee attacks, but they do range damage, so it's like the ultimate thing of being fucked by artillery, because they have to go all the way into melee in order to damage the artillery, but then they still do the shitty 25% of range damage. You can see I'm trading a new Mansubdar in the back behind this push. And these Yurumi are just going to shred everything that they touch. While the Seaboys take care of the falconets.
I mean, at that point you're in H4, he's in H3. And he doesn't have the time to remass because you're pushing.
And that's the GG called. And that is Game 3, the India Fast Industrial, one of my favorite strategies with India that tends to work pretty well against the British, actually. I know this was probably a surprising revelation to you, huh?
Yeah, actually I thought India would beat Brits in H2, but I would have given the H4 to Brits.
So the next steps for this strategy is, I had a shipment saved up, and I was planning on getting either Mahout Lancers or more Yurumi. And if you notice, my export here is at 812. Well, at 850, you can get 2 consulate bombards with the Ottoman consulate, which is why I never changed it out.
Mm-hmm.
After you get the 2 bombards, I swap it out for the British for HP boost.
Well, at that point, let's face it, like, you're in H4, you have a million cards in H4. You can just send absolutely whatever the fuck you want right now.
All of it costs food, actually, except for the 14 Sepoy and the 4... I don't know why the 14 Gurkha are in this deck. It doesn't make no sense, but, you know, it's kind of funny.
Against Brits, it's a nice touch. Like, skirms are good against Brit.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, this was the Game 3, which means I made it! I made it to the bracket! I made it past the Swiss round. I honestly, going into this tournament, I did not think I was gonna get this far. I played a hell of a lot better than I ever thought I would in this. So, I am more than happy with how this turned out.
Do you know who you face in the round of 16?
I do not. Are the brackets already out?
No, but I think we have the seedings based on the place. I might not know because the round 5 is not done yet.
Gotcha. Anyways,
Yeah, no.
Do you have any last second thoughts or additions before we close up the video?
Nice game. Really well played to Parallel 5th. And well played to you, of course.
Yeah, Parallel the
but
5th
two...
is he really impressed me with his just. He doesn't waste anything. He uses every single one of his resources at all times. It's really, really impressive. I think he was trying to save up for going industrial right here. Look at that. Look at
I
this
think
guy.
too, yeah.
Really impressive stuff.
And that's all for me. Thank you for
Okay.
having me in the caster seat. Co-caster
Absolutely.
seat.
I didn't want to do this with anybody but you because of all that training we put into British, only for me to completely abandon that. I thought it would be really funny to show you in particular.
Fair enough.
Have a nice day, everybody. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.